Crystal is 40 years old. Crystal has 12 kids, 8 daddies.
Hey, babe. Okay, so rock, paper, scissors, shoe. And if you win, you get to kiss me. Are you ready?
No, I'm good. We gotta go.
You're good?
Yeah.
Gentlemen, there is this trend going around in the States. Well, I believe it is the States. I mean, I haven't seen this shit here, but these women will approach you with their friend, get your video camera up in your face, and will proposition you. Usually to vulnerable men, by the way. This is a big G here, but in my opinion, they're taking advantage of these individuals to slot them in to this narrative of a simp, to be honest. That these individuals are going to do anything and everything in order to get some female attention and will be your plaything for the day in order to meet their needs, in order to meet their clout, in order to meet their views and maybe even meet their, monetary outcomes. I mean, I don't get it. To buy into this narrative of some pussy whipped beta who will do anything for box. How did we get here? How did we get to a state where this individual is bold enough to think that a man like him is going to tolerate that kind of behavior? And rightly so, she gets a big pie in the face here. So, and I understand how we got here. We got here by giving these women our attention in the first place, playing their games and deluding ourselves that these women are actually worth our own self-respect. So the target audience for these kind of videos, by the way, is very, very young men, maybe just going through puberty. Maybe they're fantasizing about being this kind of individual, to be propositioned, to get that kind of attention. Hormones are flowing. Maybe maybe they look at that as some kind of lustful fantasy. So, gentlemen, if your IQ is over 100, if you own your own dignity, your own self-respect, please don't be pandering to these women's needs. You're only pushing the narrative of the simp pandering culture further and further on. And definitely don't be these kind of men who are watching these kind of TikToks. If it's on masculine theory, I'll give you a pass. Not just women like her, well, maybe women like her, but other individuals are showing behavior that they can use other men as a walking, talking ATM event planner machine. I came across this post here by OJ. This looks like a dating app, I believe. So got the female here, got the woman here on the left-hand side. Just drinks first, then we'll see there. It's giving me unorganized. Then don't come. I've never met you before. If you want an action planned evening out, hire an event planner. Great comeback here. London girls, we have no affiliation here, my friend. I'm sorry. I mean, we know they're all stuck up in Western culture in general. Serving, sasking. Yeah. I guarantee he had a great night either by himself or with the bros. Amen to that. So, like I said, guys, there are some women out there who will literally have you on rotation just to pay for their evenings outs. I've heard stories of men who've been with a woman for 4 dates in a row. They glance at her phone and he's under her contact list as Deliveroo, because that is all your value is towards her. Can you imagine the insult? Can you imagine the heaviness? Can you imagine the reality, the fade of looking at that and seeing your name isn't even saved, it's saved under a fucking delivery food service? So, how do you make sure that you never make yourself vulnerable to these kind of women? Because they're out there. They're out there in flocks, in numbers, in droves, in harems, I believe it's called. How do you tell? You tell through traditional courtship escalation. So I'm going to tell you what that is. I've got a couple notes here on the side here. So the problem is that 90% of men's approach nowadays is they've been so starved of box for so long that they will do anything and everything to pander and cater to these women's needs. You saw it in the latter point, in the latter video, but my man is a real G here. He rejects her, plain and simple. Most men, though, especially men that have financial means, won't do that because they think that's how they're going to attract a high quality woman with their value. So just pause. We'll come back to that in just a moment. So you need to recognize your own value first and foremost, right? The most dangerous thing you can do is go out in the dating market as a thirsty man, coming from a perspective of lack, of craving something outside of you, because you're always going to get put down. Women are very, very emotive creatures, and they can sense this, by the way, before you've even opened your mouth. Your energy of lack introduces you before you even say a word. Let me say that again. Your energy of lack, of craving, of wanting introduces yourself before you've said shit. So you need to make sure you're coming from that place of inner wealth first and foremost. Do not drink poison just because you're thirsty, gentlemen. This woman is poison. The final step is acknowledging that once you have built significant attraction and comfort with a woman, she will make it easy for you to meet up. You wouldn't even have to pay most of the time because the value is in what you have. I always like to say, well, in fact, I've got another point, another little perspective we'll move on to here to round this point off, because this is quite a powerful one. So this is Crystal here. I'm going to take you through Crystal's profile. So Crystal is 40 years old. Crystal has 12 kids, 8 daddies. Her youngest is 2 days old. How are you on fucking Tinder after 2 days of just squeezing a child out? So if we meet in person, bring your wallet. These kids like KFC. Yeah, getting that processed shit in them as well. God damn. These women will treat you like a bank if you let them. They do not call them succubus for no reason, because they drain you financially, emotionally, your mental health, and your spiritual health. I want to end this on a very kind of powerful note in understanding and demonstrating value. This is how you do it, right? So you have to understand there's several different ways that you can convey value as a man. You can do it through your financial means. You can do it by the wealth that you show, the car you drive, the salary you own, and that's fair enough. But you have to recognize if that's the only value that you're offering the individual, you're going to attract a certain kind of woman. I like to always say, if you're using cheddar to attract a woman, don't be surprised if you attract a rat. You need to get a woman to the point where she's attracted to the intrinsic charisma, social skills, and what would you say? Unique currency of you. That's how you get somebody to the point whereby they're not trying to reach out to you in order to drain you of the superficial aspects of who you are. You have to get your value in your social skills, your stories, your charisma, your character, your vision, your legacy. You have similar values. If you have similar values, these are the things that you should be leaning into in these kind of circumstances. Gentlemen, these are not theories. These are hard facts. Speak soon.